These are good times if you are a Hardik Pandya fan. Having already captained the T20I side and also been anointed as the future captain for the 2024 T20 World Cup, Hardik Pandya is now going to captain the first ODI against Australia. Remember, Rohit Sharma will miss this match because he's got to attend a wedding of his brother-in-law. This is the reason why Hardik Pandya has been given this natural elevation. Hardik Pandya as the captain has done very well when it comes to leadership with the bat, and that is why his presence in the Indian cricket team gives it balance in a year where there are two ICC events. The ODI World Cup will be the key for Hardik Pandya, but it is on the World Test Championship final that there has been some doubts. We all were thinking that perhaps Hardik Pandya could make himself available for the clutch encounter against Australia at the Oval on June 7th. Remember, you may need a bowling all-rounder that can change the course of the match. Hardik Pandya is that X factor. And remember, if Hardik Pandya, the bowler, can click in a test match, then India's attacking prowess as well as the depth increases manyfold. However, Hardik Pandya, just before the just ahead of the first ODI, there was a pre-match press conference. In that, he gave a very mature response, and also he stated that I will have to work my way towards the World Test Championship final. So the question was posed as to whether Hardik Pandya will be available for the World Test Championship final for India. In that, Hardik Pandya said, I haven't even done 10% to reach there when it comes to test match selection. I am not even a part of the 1%. So me coming there and taking someone's place will ethically not go well. I have to earn and work my way up for test selection. Remember these last two lines. Me coming there and taking someone else's place will ethically not go well. I have to earn and work my way up for test selection. When was the last time Hardik Pandya played a proper test match? About 4 to 5 years ago. At that point in time, after his back injury, Hardik Pandya felt that perhaps I may have to manage it. This is the main reason why one feels that Hardik Pandya is not committing himself to a test match future, because if he has a recurrence of that back injury which he suffered in 2018 and it took him 2 solid years to get out of it, then slowly but surely he had to work his way up. Remember, Hardik Pandya, the bowler, was incapacitated after that Asia Cup injury. Now he's slowly getting back to being Hardik Pandya, the X factor. If a recurrence of that happens while bowling in a test match, then perhaps his 2023 ODI World Cup chances are also jeopardized. That is why he will have to work his way up the test status if he has to do that. How can he work his way up for test selection? Either he plays in the Ranji Trophy on a consistent basis, either he plays a lot more first-class games in a prolonged season, but will he have the time for it? It remains to be seen. But ethically, this is the first time a player has used something like ethically. He's saying that ethically will not go down well. Is it fair for the other players who have already been there in the test setup, who have played in so many test matches, only for Hardik Pandya to come and take their place? Well, ethically may not go down well. Practically, team selection, it may be right. So you can choose which side you want to be on. But Hardik Pandya, in essence, has ruled himself out of the World Test Championship final, because if there is a small recurrence of that back injury, then even his 2023 chances might go up in smoke. Remember, a back injury in Indian cricket team, it is nightmarish. Ask Hardik Pandya himself. 2 to 3 years he did not bowl full tilt. Ask Shreyas Iyer, who's having a recurrence of it. More predominantly, ask Jasprit Bumrah, whose recurrence of 2 stress fractures has ensured he's racing against time to be fit for the 2023 ODI World Cup. Focusing on the first ODI that will be played at the Wankhede Stadium, Hardik Pandya gave an insight on the team selection. There was a question about Shreyas Iyer. He said that yes, he will be missed. He will be missed because he's a vital member. It is very unlucky that he has suffered this back injury, but he said Shreyas Iyer's absence won't impact India that much because he's very confident of the depth that is there in the side. So Shreyas Iyer's absence, in a way, yes, he had a golden chance to ensure that 3 ODIs he would cement his spot in that team. He had a very good series prior to that, but unfortunately now Shreyas Iyer, it looks to be like he'll be out on the sidelines for a pretty long time. And it was confirmed when Rohit Sharma was going to miss the first ODI. It is already confirmed, and Hardik Pandya has officially stated Ishan and Shubman Gill will open in the first ODI. So it is the batch of 2016 meeting with the batch of 2018, and it is going to be a spectacular thing if both click. Now on this thing about workload management. Players are rotated in and out in order to ensure that the stress of playing all 3 formats does not impact them. There is a flip side on the workload management thing also, that players are getting injured a lot more. But Hardik Pandya has had a very clear thing on this. He has praised the physios, he has praised the NCA, and in that he said, players are professional enough to understand being left out due to workload management. They do not express disappointment. They do not say, oh, why was I left out? I was just getting back into rhythm. But yes, if you have to be rested, it is for workload management for the broader goal of 2023 ODI World Cup. Because the stress of playing all 3 formats is visible. You cannot play all 3 formats on a consistent basis. So you will have to rotate, rest, manage your workload so that mentally you are in that space. But in the flip side of Indian cricket, you're seeing that workload management can often lead to loss of rhythm, or it can also lead to more injuries. So that is the broader context of it. Yet again, this statement can be taken with a pinch of salt. Yes, players will have to professionally say that, yeah, okay, we are sitting out. But in the broader context, whether it hurts them, it benefits them, it depends on player to player. So we are all geared up for the ODIs that will begin from tomorrow. India versus Australia, the first ODI on 17th at the Wankhede, followed by 19th and 22 in Vizag and Chennai. And remember, these 3 ODIs are very, very important when you're building up to the mega 2023 ODI World Cup, which will be held in October-November. These 3 ODIs, in addition to India playing 3 more ODIs against Australia in September, in between ODIs against the West Indies and the Asia Cup, will ensure that there is sufficient time to prepare. Home domination, India, remember, they have lost only 3 matches in the last 3 years at home in ODIs. So they will look to continue that domination also. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and we are also there on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.